Okay, I was told to attempt to make my speech as long as the speeches lasted for Barbara Gamble. I don't know what that meant, because I wasn't there that night. I was out of town. So
you're getting the hook.
So this could be a challenge. This could be a challenge. Okay. I actually do have something written out to say. I have two key ideas that I'm going to be talking about today for the next hour, hour and a half. So I have to read some of this because I'll forget it otherwise. I'm recovering from pneumonia. I just got it yesterday. Right now I have 105 fever.
Thanks.
No, kidding. I've been on antibiotics for 7 days. I was told I'm not contagious anymore. So anyway, Bob Schilling changed my life. He really did. Bob truly changed my life. Other than Carol, who else in this room can make that statement? Okay. It was yesterday, 1979. Well, perhaps it was not just yesterday. When I started my doctoral studies at Temple University, I was part-time at Temple while teaching in Brooklyn, New York. I was still playing a lot of saxophone and wanted to do some side gigs and studying of music. I met this young adjunct professor. No grade, neither of us had grade, named Bob Schilling. I even took the arranging class with Bob back at Temple. I think he passed me. I think I passed, okay? I played lead tenor at the University of Pennsylvania for Bob. He was conducting the band back then. And then after he finished that year, he asked me to continue conducting the University of Pennsylvania's jazz band, which I did for 3 years, and was fortunate enough to conduct the great Dizzy Gillespie. So friendship began, nothing life-changing so far. Life-changing for me for meeting Dizzy Gillespie and also conducting the amazing Dizzy Gillespie. But we were too cool back then. There were no pictures. Big froze, it was amazing. Anyway, I graduated from Temple in '85. Life-changing, but again, not Bob's fault. While at Temple, I met my wife, but not through Bob. But then I met Carol. Oh my God, his wife. Life-changing indeed. For anybody who knows this quiet, shy, demure Carol. The four of us became very, very good friends. We enjoyed many apple-picking adventures and also many weekends together, along with John and Paulette. Okay, I needed a job. My wife wanted to remain in PA, and commuting back and forth from Brooklyn was not a great adventure. So Carol, who was never reluctant, you may not know this, but she's never reluctant to make a suggestion, said to me, "Give me your resume, and I'll get you a job at the state," where she was currently working.
I didn't say that to you. I'm sure I can get you a job.
Back then, her boss was also a very quiet young man by the name of Steve Sayer, Dr. Steve Sayer. Okay? Steve agreed to look at my resume, but thought I was overqualified. I guess somebody with a BA, 2 master's degrees, a PhD, was overqualified for a 26 position. Okay, and I knew nothing about finances, nor voc ed. And the secret is I still don't. It's fooling everybody. You want a number, I'll give you a number. Well, after modifying my resume, and emphasizing my skills rather than the content that I have, I was called in for an interview and subsequently got my first job at the state. Bob joined the DOE shortly after me. I wonder who he knew. Don't know? Question. We both stayed in voc ed for a bit, had some amazing adventures in voc ed. Amazing adventures. And then we moved together to special ed, where we met some amazing, amazing people in special ed back then. And we became the network guys. What we did back at the hotel across the street from 225 West State Street is we were the very first to actually bring in network printing to the Department of Education. we actually wired the entire 14th and 15th floor. The wires are through the ceilings, connected to this thing called buffalo boxes, and everybody was able to print wherever they were at their desks. And probably those wires are still there. They're probably afraid to pull them out. They don't know what they connect to. So we were in special ed for a while. Picture the two of us running wires in the ceilings at the hotel. It was quite a feat. Okay, then we remained good friends throughout the time at the OE. Bob and I both moved on to OGMD around the same time. Okay. Around OGMD, Office of Grants Management and Development. They dropped the D just to keep it as OGM. And we later split up. Because of Bob and Carol, here I am, 34 years later, he changed my life. Okay, point number one, our adventures together here at the department. Now, the second thing I want to talk about is, I'm sure you know that Bob and I are very close, and over the 34 years, we shared many, many secrets together. Many secrets. We had very long walks together before he stopped walking, but he can still play 18 holes of golf easily, or 36. And many weekends together allowed me to really get to know Bob in many ways that nobody else in this room knows Bob. Nobody knows. Nobody knows Bob the way I do. Those that know Bob will agree that he's also very quiet and really keeps to himself. Doesn't talk too much about what he does or anything else. He's really quiet. Yes, and his office is very, very B-flat, very basic, nothing decorated, and you really can't tell what Bob is into. Well, I promised to Bob that I'd never share his secrets. But what the heck, we're all here, we're all friends. I know whatever I say won't leave the room. Right, okay? We swear. We swear by Charlie Parker. Okay. What the heck? So here it goes. This is just the top 3 secrets about Bob Schilling. Again, this stuff cannot leave the room. Please. Okay, secret number 1. You may never have guessed this because it never would come out in the office. And Bob's space, as I said, is very generic. It's not decorated. But you know what? Bob plays golf. Oh, really? Bob plays golf. You would never know that. Okay? He plays golf. He can't walk a mile. He can't walk a block. But he can play golf. Truth number 1. Don't tell anybody this, because he's kept this a secret for the 25 years that he's been in the department. He does play golf. Secret number 2. Secret number 2. Bob really keeps this a secret in the department. He's always kept this a secret. Nobody knows this. We're going to know right now because I knew about this for a long time. But Bob is married to Carol. Really? Bob is married. You didn't know this. I know you didn't know that. But now you know why they have the last name, same last name. Schilling, you piece it together. They're married together. Unbelievable. And the last secret that I'm sure nobody in this room knows about, Bob's retiring. He is retiring in 1 day. Where's the clock? But who's counting? 5 hours, 33 minutes, and 25 seconds. Bob is retiring. And I'm truly going to miss one of my best friends, and I think this department will be missing a great person, and it will be very difficult for me to be here without Bob with all of our conversations, but leave a light on, I'll be right behind you. Okay, now, thank you. That was my quick speech.